It's been about 10 months now since I last reviewed the OnePlus 9 Pro, but I wanted to revisit this one before the 10 Pro drops in just a few days. I threw my main SIM back in the OnePlus 9 Pro, and I have some thoughts after some usage. Now previously this was running Android 11, but OnePlus as of late dropped Android 12 containing a massive update, over a gig to be exact, that blurs the lines of OnePlus's sister companies Oppo, mixing Oxygen OS with ColorOS. Software-wise though, it's still pretty close to stock, and I rather enjoy this interesting update. The build of this marvelous pine green 9 Pro is still one of my favorites, as it's light and it just looks awesome. While I prefer flat displays, the curves on the 9 Pro are rather subtle, and it's easy to hold this device throughout my daily use. The cameras have certainly improved over time. While it's not the best out there, it's certainly one of the top 4 to 5 smartphone cameras still to this day, as OnePlus has made excellent strides here, and it's absolutely an underrated shooter. In low light and great lighting conditions, the photos look pretty solid. Let me know your thoughts though on these few quick point and shoot shots down in the comments below. Video is also pretty solid. I have an iPhone SE3 review that I shot entirely on this 9 Pro coming soon, so subscribe for more of that content coming soon to see how video performs on this 9 Pro. I love that we still have that trusty slider for quickly switching from ring, vibrate, and silent modes. I hope we never see this disappear, as I use it all the time. The fingerprint scanner on the 9 Pro is insanely smooth and consistently accurate. It's much appreciated, as even some newer Android devices I can't say the same. Speaking of smooth, the entire experience on the 9 Pro is fast, fluid, and ultra smooth. There's many new features packed into the software. Some may find it filled with more bloat, but many may find these options to be quite useful. You just have to dig quite a bit into the settings, and you'll see that there are plenty of interesting options and special features. In terms of battery, it performs quite well. I easily get about 7 to 8 hours of on-screen time, and don't forget, you get insanely fast charging with the included, yes, included brick in the box. Going back 11 months, I unboxed this 9 Pro over on Ian's Tech channel. Check him out and don't forget to subscribe to his channel. The display is immersive and the speakers are pleasantly clear and pretty loud. Here's a quick sample of the speakers. 256 gigabytes of storage. Pretty solid specifications there. Really curious to see though, how does this device hold up, especially compared to the OnePlus 8 Pro and other OnePlus devices that I've had previously. Definitely can't wait to get inside this box. It's kind of interesting seeing a box this big again, considering most devices now are coming in boxes much smaller with no charger, but of course this is going to come with a charger. We'll get to that here shortly. Never settle there, right on the front here. Overall, I love consuming content on the 9 Pro. I also love gaming on the 9 Pro. Whether you play some casual games like this one here, or you're playing more intense games requiring more graphical performance, the high refresh rate paired with this beautifully bright display has you covered. I have to say, I quite missed using a OnePlus device, having used many other Androids throughout 2021 and early 2022. With the OnePlus 10 Pro dropping March 31st, I'm curious to see where OnePlus goes, especially in terms of pricing, as many who were once largely active in the OnePlus community have fled to other brands, in part to many changes at OnePlus over the years, most not necessarily for the company or community's best. Hopefully the 10 Pro is less than, say, an iPhone 13 Pro Max or a S22 Plus, giving us consumers much needed competition in the space. I just can't imagine if OnePlus were to drop this 10 Pro and it cost more than, say, a 13 Pro or 13 Pro Max. I'm hoping that the pricing is relatively pretty low, so OnePlus can not only provide a solid value in terms of the device, but a solid value in terms of consumers' pockets. Every time I pick up this device, I'm instantly brought back to the nostalgia of my first OnePlus One and the amazing journey since. The OnePlus 9 Pro just in 10 months has also had quite the journey, and it's safe to say I can easily recommend this to most if you're seeking something different than the rest, want a solid experience, all in an even better price point, as you can now find these for less than $700 in most cases. Or if you're debating on getting the 10 Pro when it drops, then I can safely say, if the price is right, go for it. For the time being, my main SIM is going to live in the 9 Pro. Following the updates over the year and the much needed improvements, I can honestly say the experience is significantly better than when we first unboxed it 11 months ago. Subscribe and stay tuned for my 10 Pro coverage coming very soon. Thank you for watching, take care, and stay safe.